So far, I would say predictive wait times, the tip board, and my brain are doing pretty well competing with Genie Plus. Peter Pan's flight will be my downfall.
Hey everybody, it's AllEars. I'm Quincy.
I'm Molly.
And we are here at the Magic Kingdom today with a brand new video.
Yes, we are going to be doing a Genie Plus experiment. Disney Genie just rolled out yesterday, so Quincy and I are here to put it to the test. That's our cue music!
That's our cue!
Bye, have fun with Genie Plus! All right, so we are headed to do the left side of the park first. This is a good strategy for coming into the park, partly because there's a lot of heavy hitters on this side of the park that get long lines. Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We're gonna try and get through all of those pretty quick. The other great reason that this is a good way to start is because there are now early park entry for resort guests. So resort guests can get in and start riding attractions 30 minutes early. You can actually probably get in a little bit earlier, but the attractions open 30 minutes early. But not any of these attractions on this side of the park that I just listed will be open. So you have a fair chance with anybody else in the park, more fair to get on them early. Whereas Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Fantasyland attractions open for early park entry. So if you're not a resort guest, there's already a line. There's already a 60-minute wait at Mine Train right now. So it's not a good play to come in and go to Mine Train if you're not a resort guest. If you are a resort guest, my recommendation first thing in the morning, get in, do that early park entry, knock out Mine Train and Space Mountain so you don't have to pay the single fancy ride price tag on those. But we are gonna go on a cruise.
All right, so I have Genie Plus, which means I'm skipping the lines today. Genie Plus is the new paid service that replaced the FastPass Plus service. So it does give you options to skip the line when you're in Disney World. The way Genie Plus works is that you pay $15 plus tax per person per day on your park ticket, and then you can skip the line at more than 40 different attractions around Disney World, and that's going to be most attractions just in general. Now there are 2 attractions in each park that aren't included in the Genie Plus service. Those are fancy rides, as we're calling them, and those rides do have an individual fee. It depends on which ride you're looking at, and it's state-based as well sometimes. So the fancy rides in this park are Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Space Mountain. We are going to be using fancy rides today to see how much time that saves us as well, and if it's worth the cost to upcharge to the fancy rides. When you book Genie Plus, you can pick out your first Lightning Lane attraction at 7 a.m. You do get 1 Lightning Lane attraction at a time with a few exceptions while you're in your park day. So at 7 a.m. I woke up this morning and I picked Jungle Cruise because it was already filling up. Park is open at 9. What was I going to do for an hour? So I booked one of my fancy rides, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, for 9:05. And hopefully that will kill the time we need to get through to Jungle Cruise, and I'll get to go ahead and knock out Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Like many folks, clearly, we're gonna rope drop the Jungle Cruise. Again, this one did not open this morning, so this is the first people getting on the boat are right now. 2, it is incredibly popular. It's that classic fun boat ride, been here since opening day. 3, it just got renovated, so a lot of people, even if they've seen the original, want to see the new one. 4, it's got a very slow load and unload process, which is what determines a wait. And 5, it will sell out of Lightning Lanes. By the end of the day yesterday, Genie Plus launch day, there were no more Lightning Lane spots for Jungle. So that shows you how popular it is. And that means if you're in standby, you're gonna wait longer because they're gonna prioritize the Lightning Lanes.
So Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is one of the most popular attractions in Magic Kingdom. It is a roller coaster based on Snow White, and the roller coaster cars are swinging mine trains. You get to see the dwarves, you get to sing hi-ho. It's very, very fun, but it does usually have a pretty long line. Lucky for me though, I was able to get my fancy ride selection for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train right at 9:05, so I just had to walk over here, and now I can just walk on the ride.
So the posted wait has already popped up to 30. It was 25 when I got in line. Since I am the standby person today, I will be commenting on the posted wait time versus the actual wait time all day as well. And I will be using my own brain, but also the recommendations of the Genie to go through the park today. I'm trying to use the Genie and his information the best I can to help those of you who are not going to purchase Genie Plus figure out the best way to use it.
This attraction was $10 today, and I just scanned in. Look at all these people that I'm walking by for $10. Now for me, $10 doesn't feel like that much, but if you're a party of 4, that's gonna be $40 to skip the line here at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And that's expensive. You have to decide if that's worth an hour for you.
It's been 10 minutes since I got in line and I'm already about to load. The wait time in the tip board is already 40 minutes for this attraction, so I stand by my decision that this was a great selection to rope drop. And I don't think Lightning Lane will save Quincy that much time on this one specifically if you rope drop.
With the Lightning Lanes, whether you're using Genie Plus or a fancy ride, you do have to scan twice, so don't put that park ticket away after you scan the first time. That's just so no one can hop into the Fast Pass queue and try to skip ahead. And then you do get sort of assimilated with the regular queue. So right now I am in a line, but I'm pretty much at the loading area. After 2 minutes, I am getting on Mine Train.
Come on guys, I'm not gonna make it that far. I have literally no idea what I'm doing. Have you guys ever seen so many rocks? There's gotta be at least 6, or maybe even 7 rocks. Have you guys saw anything else? That'd be a case for HR. Do you guys know the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are at least wanted. Guys are gonna be here for like a week and a half, something about wanting a grandbaby. Is the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water! Okay, so pack up all your personal belongings and get out.
And already, I just got off. Mine Train has already shot up another 15 minutes to 75 minutes. Lots of folks waiting. So, here's the deal. Jungle Cruise Lightning Lanes filled up fast this morning. I panicked at 7 a.m. You can only book one, and the Jungle Cruise lanes, the first available was only at 10 a.m. So, the current Lightning Lane that I have is for 10:05. At Jungle Cruise, it's only 9:25. So I cannot book another Lightning Lane. So I'm wondering if I go ahead and do my other fancy ride with Space Mountain.
Y'all, she was such a good skipper. At one point at the end when the monkeys are fighting over the boxer, she was like, these are 2 monkeys fighting over merchandise that's gonna be here for 18 months, calm down, it's just a Starbucks cup. And I lost it. It was very funny. Anyway, on the attraction, within 12 minutes, it was posted 25 when I got in line. It is back to 25. It jumped to 40 while I was in there. But like I said, Jungle's gonna be a very good one to rope drop. It's gonna get a very long line later today, and because of the low capacity, it's gonna stay pretty long. So that's a great one to rope drop. And now we are scooting this way through Adventureland. And let's check in with our friend, the Genie. Earlier today, the Genie was suggesting I do things like the Barnstormer, the People Mover, Dumbo, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, and I kept telling it no and removing the recommendations. One thing you can do with the Genie is in your My Day, you can swap the recommendation if you don't like what it's giving you. It should give you similar options you can swap into your itinerary. Or you can say, no thank you, please remove this. So I removed a bunch of things because I only want to see the things that we're doing here, which is definitely not the point of the free Genie, and nor do I really recommend doing that. But I really like the tip board function of the Genie. It is like the physical tip board. You may have remembered it like on Main Street or at Hollywood Junction and Hollywood Studios, and you can pin your favorite things. So I've pinned all the rides we're doing today to the top, and I can see very easily what the current wait is, what the next Lightning Lane experience I could book is, which of course we're not booking, and I can see all that information easy peasy. Pirates is 5, Splash is 5, so let's go ahead and do Pirates and then go over to Splash. Perfect Magic Kingdom attraction in my opinion. It's a family-friendly boat ride, but it's still got a little thrill. That original song, I just adore this one. But I will give it to my Disneyland friends. The Disneyland Pirates is far superior. this attraction is definitely a good one to do in the mornings. It will get a longer line throughout the day, but it is more varied than Jungle Cruise. So I would say if you get to Pirates and it has an hour-long wait, I wouldn't ride it right then. This is a great attraction to use that predictive wait time feature on, which is part of Genie Plus. When you go into the tip board, you can click any attraction and it will tell you what the wait time is now and what the wait time should look like throughout the day. So you can kind of plan accordingly. And looking at the predictive waits for Pirates right now, it's pretty low right now, but it's gonna jump up at 10, which is in about 30 minutes. It's gonna jump up at 1, 2, and then go back down again. So I love the predictive waits. Hello. Because I like being able to use that to plan a little bit.
I looked and my lightning lane entry for Jungle Cruise is actually at 10:15. It's only like 9:26 right now, so that's a long time for me to just sit here and wait. And I can't book a new lightning lane until after I ride Jungle Cruise, so I figured I'd go ahead and ride my other fancy ride. I might get stuck with a little bit of a wait between rides later while I'm grabbing Genie Plus, but I am heading over to Space Mountain. I was able to book one for $9.30, so shouldn't be too hard today. Space Mountain costs $7.
3 minutes later, we're getting in a boat.
So Space Mountain is the other fancy ride in this park. Right now it has a very reasonable 20-minute wait. So was it worth me paying $7? I guess we'll see how long it takes Molly later. But we are gonna head right over to the lightning lane because in the time it took me to walk over here, that lightning lane opened. Now the main line is certainly moving, but I'm moving faster. And I'm still passing people. All right, so here's something interesting. I was expecting to get dumped into the big loading side, but it looks like at least right now I'm in here, the lightning lane folks are getting their entire side of loading for themselves. So I've had about a 3-minute walk up here, but I haven't stopped moving. This is a walk-on.
Golly gee, do I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never said golly gee in my whole life. Pirates of the Caribbean had a posted 5-minute when I walked in. It jumped to 15 by the time I was pulling up stuff in the app to look at the predictive waits, but it only took 3 minutes. So, hooray for Pirates. I'm just gonna keep on moving in this nice circular fashion that we're going in. The Genie is not giving me much to work with as far as the My Day service, because I think because I canceled out all his recommendations. Like, no Genie, I don't want to ride Mermaid right now. So I'm just still bopping around and looking at the tip board, my favorite thing. So Mine Train already has a 75-minute wait. Space only has 20. Splash 15, that's where we're headed. So let's go. See what Thunder's at. Big Thunder, 5. So we're on track to knock out 4 huge attractions within the first hour-ish of the park being opened. Let's not curse ourselves, though. Good old Splash Mountain. 40-inch height requirement. It's that classic log flume attraction with the Brer, Bear, Fox, Rabbit, etc. Some of those iconic songs like Zippity Doo Dah. And this actually surprised me yesterday with the lightning lanes. It didn't book up as fast as I thought it would. So we'll be interested to see when Quincy goes on this one. But we're going in now early with a 15-minute wait. And the clock has started. But wait. I look ridiculous. You can't wear popcorn ears on Splash Mountain. That would be silly. That would be just silly. So you know what's about to happen. It's my own brand of Disney magic. Now we're ready with Molly's signature water ride look. It can be yours for the price of a rain jacket of your choosing and a hat.
All right, so as of right now, Space Mountain is still posted at a 20-minute wait. I will say It was very nice to walk on Space Mountain, but would it be worth $7, especially $7 per person for a family of 4, to skip a 20-minute wait? Maybe not. But if you really, really hate waiting or just want to get on Space fast, or if it's a busier day or Space shoots up later in the afternoon, I think it could be worth it. It was definitely really easy to just walk up and hop on the ride. I've got some space to kill here. Now again, I can't book another lightning lane until I ride that Jungle Cruise. If you're confused about sort of the rules with lightning lane and everything like that, you can watch Molly's Genie Plus 101 video that she did. It explains everything there is to know about the new service, free Genie, Genie Plus, and fancy rides.
It has been 7 minutes since I got in line and I'm already being sorted to the boats. Let's hope I'm not in the front.
Is 10 a.m. too early for spring rolls? Perhaps. I still have some time to kill, so I thought I'd look at one of these audio experiences. I'm going to look at the one in Adventureland that's pretty close to Jungle Cruise.
Here in Adventureland at Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World Resort.
That audio tour was like 1 to 2 minutes long, not long at all. And there are tons of them around all 4 parks. And I will say it didn't do a great job of killing the time that I have before I ride Jungle Cruise. But that's actually a good thing because you can still take advantage of these and not worry about them eating your whole theme park day if you have Genie Plus. All right, 10:15 has rolled around, so it's time for me to go ride Jungle Cruise. I can already see that the end of the line is all the way back here. So the queue is pretty long. I wonder what the posted wait time is. 50 minutes.
Splash Mountain. Posted 15-minute wait, took 9 minutes, including a minute to change into Molly's water outfit. I mean, that was magic. I didn't stand there and put my jacket on. Anyway, I'm skipping Thunder because it has a posted 25-minute wait now, and I used the predictive wait times feature within the tip board to see that it should drop around 1 o'clock, whereas Mansion has a 20-minute wait now, and it should go up this afternoon. So I really like this predictive feature in the app. If you go over here, you click the tip board off your hamburger menu. That's the easiest way to get to it. It will think about it. It will make it. She's thinking. Okay, so the tip board is right here. Here are my top picks. I've pinned all the things that Quincy and I are doing today. So you want to see the predictive weights. You see Big Thunder Mountain right here. Just click Big Thunder Mountain and it will show you this graph that shows you the line. Also, if you have Disability Access Service, it'll pop right up here. I don't have it, but there was a glitch with it and it keeps showing up on my app and no one else's, but I don't have it, nor does anyone I'm connected to having it. So when I click it, nothing happens. So that's a glitch, but that's where Disability Access Service will be on the rides if you do use that. And you can use the tip board that way. So it says Mansion will just keep going up, as you can see throughout the day. So we're gonna jump in line now. Tip board says 25 minutes, so here we go. The Haunted Mansion is a classic, probably the most cult followed attraction in Walt Disney World. It's a huge crowd pleaser. There's Haunted Mansions all over the world. The Haunted Mansion doesn't have a height requirement either, but it is spooky, scary a little bit at the beginning, so definitely know your kids, but I loved it as a kid. One thing I will say about the Haunted Mansion is the ride system loads very quickly. It's that iconic Omni Mover, which keeps moving continuously as you board. However, what can take a while in this line is the stretch room. They can only put a limited number of people into those stretch rooms, which is your pre-show area, so that is sometimes where you'll hit your backup. But it still tends to move pretty quickly, even considering the stretch rooms.
All right, so remember this lightning lane is included in Genie Plus. The 2 we've ridden so far today were not included in Genie Plus and had extra fees, but the rest of the ones we've got on our list are Genie Plus. Thank you. The standard Jungle Cruise queue is not a great one. It's a lot of switchbacks in a very small space, so it's very crowded, but we've walked right up to here. There are a good number of people in this lightning lane though, so I think I actually am not gonna walk on. I have a bit of a wait.
It has been 15 minutes on the dot and I am headed into the stretch room. Disney considers going into the pre-show when your clock stops because that's part of the experience.
and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls. Whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
Please step lively into the next chamber. All the way forward towards the back.
Pro tip, if you want to get out fast, get under the ballerina. The door opens under the ballerina.
Everybody wave goodbye to those skippers on the dock. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Actually, you don't have to do that. You just know these people. That's weird. Skipper Felix, is that you? We've been looking for him for the past 2 days. Hey, Skip, you said the jungle was dangerous, but I mean, what am I now? You got a point. Oh, Mr. Mafia, do not use that kind of language here.
Haunted Mansion. Posted 25-minute wait. It was actually 15 minutes into the stretch room, and then it did pause and stop a few times while I was on the attraction, which is a friendly reminder that it will do that sometimes, because if they're like loading a wheelchair party or something, that can happen. So don't freak out if it stops while you're on there. It will probably begin moving shortly. So looking at the waits, this is where we've hit an impasse, friends. This is when I normally would say, hey, you've earned it. Go have lunch or brunch at one of the resorts nearby. Take it easy. This is when a great time. It's 10:45. It's almost 11 o'clock. The park's been open for 2 hours. It's starting to get busy. The benefit of rope dropping is over. We rode 4 of the best rides this morning really early, and now everything's looking a little long. So this is now when I would tell you to do filler rides, which are attractions that are not super popular and super long, but they're still fun. Filler rides can be It's a Small World, it can be the Barnstormer, it can be Dumbo, it can be Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, it can be shows like Enchanted Tiki Room or Carousel of Progress. Those are all great things to do right now if you're not paying for anything. That's what I would do if I was doing like a full day in the Magic Kingdom right now. I would actually go have lunch at Steakhouse 71 around this time, like an early-ish lunch, and then I would come back or go eat somewhere. But now what are we gonna do? That's the question. Let's look at our wait times. Looking at the wait times, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, 35-minute wait. It's supposed to, it's a little lower now. It's supposed to go down around 1 o'clock. Haunted Mansion, up to a 35-minute wait, but we've already done the Haunted Mansion, so no need to worry there. Jungle Cruise already up to a 55-minute wait. Peter Pan's Flight, which was predictively going to be my next stop, 60-minute wait. And it looks pretty long until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There we keep on going. Pirates already a 45-minute wait, so I'm glad we've done that. Mine Train's up to a 70-minute wait, but here's the thing. It's going to be long for the rest of the day until about 6 it goes down, and then it drops down even further later. So maybe we just get Mine Train over with. Seems terrible. Space, 35 minutes. Says it's long right now, and it should drop around 1 as well. So I don't want to go to Space now. I don't want to walk all the way over there. See what the Genie is saying. The Genie's recommending I ride Peter Pan's Flight at 11:35, which is in about 40 minutes. What to do?
It's always a good day for jokes and boats. And it's especially a good day when I only had to wait 5 versus a posted 50 for jokes and boats. All right, so like I mentioned, I think that Splash Mountain should be our next stop because it's still pretty easy to grab a lightning lane for Splash Mountain for immediately, whereas a couple of the others have gone on to later in the day. I am going to fiddle faddle a bit though, because if I can fiddle faddle my way to one of these harder to get ones, then that might be worth doing and then coming back to Splash Mountain. So as we recommend with dining reservations and as we used to recommend with Fast Pass, if you do not have a reservation that you want, you should fiddle faddle. You should fiddle faddle, and all that means is just refreshing a bunch and checking out what new options pop up. New options will pop up all the time for your Genie Plus lightning lanes, so just keep fiddle faddling if you can't find something. It's not a guarantee. You might not be able to get something in the time period you want, but you might be able to get a reservation right when you want one.
2 important things. 1, the Genie's a liar. I went to the dining tip board and it says the Friar's Nook, no windows available, but then I clicked the Friar's Nook and I clicked ordered food and I could book one for right now. So I haven't seen that happen before. I really like the dining tip board. It's under the tip board. You just toggle over to dining and it shows you every location of the park, quick service, full service snack stands, if there's a mobile order window available, if there's any walk-up availability for you, if there's a reservation available. That's all in the dining tip board. You can pin things there too. But that was weird that it said there weren't any available. So I guess always double check. That's probably a glitch, so it'll hopefully work out. But that leads me to my next point. Why am I waiting for the Friar's Nook? Well, I just mobile ordered an iced coffee. Why did I mobile order an iced coffee, you're asking? Because I'm about to go get in a 70-minute line for mine train. That's why. I got my coffee within like 3 minutes. Not even. So that is one of my pro tips. Mobile order your coffee at Friar's Nook or Pinocchio's Village House or Sleepy Hollow. And this is Joffrey's Shaken Jamaican Cold Brew, one of my favorites. And let's see. We are gonna go wait in this 70-minute line for mine train.
All right, no dice on the fiddle faddling this time around, but we will be fiddle faddling more later and hopefully we'll succeed at some point. But it's about time for our Splash Mountain window, so let's go hop on my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom. Splash Mountain is a combo between a classic Disney boat ride and a thrill ride with that big log flume drop. It is themed around Briar Rabbit, the Tale of Briar Rabbit, but it is set to get a refurbishment to be themed around The Princess and the Frog, which I am super excited about.
How you doing?
Good, how are you guys? Thanks. So the wait for Splash does usually go up in the afternoons just as it gets hotter, especially in the fall time like now. But we are strolling past a good amount of people outside already.
Update, I've been in line for about 12 minutes and I haven't moved very far. I started back there and I'm only right here. So I think my second theory is correct. I had two theories coming to this. One, it's not really 70 minutes. And two, it is 70 minutes or close, but they're prioritizing the Lightning Lane guests, which makes sense. They paid for this attraction. So this is gonna move slow. But we'll see. We'll see. This is all in the name of science. Also, I finished my coffee.
A 1 minute walk and I'm at loading.
Update, it's been slightly over 20 minutes and I'm headed into the vault now. It's definitely a slow moving line. There's been several periods where I've just stood and not moved at all and then moved a little bit and then stood and so on and so forth. So it's not a quick moving line. I think a little bit of both of my theories are true right now. I think it's both not going to take a full 70 minutes, but I also very much think and know, having formerly worked in attractions, they're prioritizing the Lightning Lane folks over the standby folks, which is just the way it works. If you pay for the Lightning Lane, you're paying to get on quicker, so they're going to get you on quicker. However, the Genie system shouldn't be allowing too many people to buy the Lightning Lane at one time, so that you shouldn't have a huge backup. But we have a caveat to that again today because the system gets confusing. This attraction had a long downtime earlier today, so now everyone that was supposed to ride it earlier can come ride it whenever they want, which means more people are going through the Lightning Lane than would be normally. So that will increase the standby line because again, they're prioritizing those Lightning Lane folks.
Okay, I'm off Splash Mountain. I walked right on. It took me 2 minutes to walk up and get on the ride. So that was nice and lovely. Here's the deal though. Now we get into Fiddle Faddle territory because of the 4 rides that are on our list and remaining for me. Sorry, 4 rides or 3 rides? 4 rides that are remaining on our list. The soonest Lightning Lane is at 12 p.m. and it is currently 11:15. So that's a long time to wait. So I'm going to see if I can't fiddle faddle an earlier time. Haunted Mansion.
7 Dwarfs Mine Train, posted wait 70. I waited 36 minutes, so basically half of the wait to get on there, and I think a little bit of both my theories were at play. It clearly wasn't as long as it was posted, and I think the reason the line was stopping so much was because they were prioritizing the lightning lanes. And I think the lightning lane was even longer because a lot of people had them booked for when there was a downtime. So it could have been even shorter had there not been a downtime earlier. So that's wild. And my recommendation on that one is, you know what? We were rewarded for taking a gamble. It said it was going to be long all day, so we did it to get it over with, and we were rewarded. I still would say either rope drop it if you are doing early park entry as a resort guest. That's definitely a good one to do very, very first thing. Get on and off that one without paying. Or late at night is always a good bet for that one as well. Maybe do it last thing at night. Reminder, you can always get into an attraction queue before the park closes. Even if it's 1 minute before the park closes, you can get into the queue. So even if you do have to wait a long time, at least you're not waiting when the park is open and you could be doing other things.
Great news, everyone. I successfully fiddle faddled. Molly's technique still works. So Peter Pan was showing me that the earliest were 1:55, even 2 at times. On mine, I was able to book a 12:15 Haunted Mansion, but that's still a while off. That's like almost 30 minutes away. So it's like, well, what do I do? So I kept fiddle faddling, and I got an 11:55 Peter Pan's flight. And that's right now. It'll be 11:55 by the time I walk over there. Most high demand attraction at this point in the day. And I got it right now with a little fiddle faddling.
I'm now headed over to Space Mountain, which has a posted 25-minute wait. The ones I have left on our list are Space Mountain, Peter Pan's Flight, which has an 80-minute wait, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which has a 30-minute wait. So I'm definitely hoping that Peter Pan line drops. That's actually what the Genie recommended I do right now, and you crazy Genie if you think I'm gonna go wait in an 80-minute Peter Pan's Flight line right now. But we are gonna go check out Space Mountain. 25 minutes, certainly not too long for space. And at this point, Quincy definitely saved time on Mine Train, but she spent extra money just to buy Mine Train, and I don't know if it's worth $10 times as many people are in your party to save. I only waited 36 minutes. So it was a gamble, but it worked. So that's the gamble I guess you're taking.
Something to keep in mind is that Molly and I are doing a specific experiment with the most high demand rides in Magic Kingdom today, but there are a lot more rides represented on Genie Plus that are not as high demand, and I could book immediately if I wanted to. I saw the same thing when I was in Epcot yesterday. It was super easy for me to not have to fiddle faddle. So just something to keep in mind, we are using the most high demand rides, and you'll probably want to use Genie Plus on these, but they're not the only options. All right, this is a big one. Peter Pan currently has an 80-minute wait. So let's see how much time we save. There actually is a little bit of a cluster here for the lightning lane, but let's head in.
Here we go into Space Mountain. Posted wait 25 minutes. This is one of my favorite rides in all of Walt Disney World. It is that indoor roller coaster. It has a 44-inch height requirement, and it is the roller coaster through the dark, and I giggle every time. This is a fancy ride TM, so you will have to pay an additional fee if you want to skip the line here. This is not included with Genie Plus, as Quincy did it earlier. So this is one off the bat I would say is probably not worth using your fancy ride usage on. It doesn't normally have too long of a line, but we'll see how long it is today. We have started the clock.
Walk on skipping an 80-minute line. Peter Pan's Flight, here I come. I don't think Molly has done this one either yet today, and it is not a slow day here in the Magic Kingdom. Now I will say, if you've never done the queue at Peter Pan's Flight, it is worth doing. So if you do catch a 45-minute, 50-minute ride, the queue here is interactive. It shows inside the Darling home, and you don't get to do that at all when you're getting on with Genie Plus. So just keep that in mind, but I don't have to wait at all. I'm about to hop right on a pirate ship with just 1 minute.
It has been less than 10 minutes, and I'm already close to boarding. Friendly reminder, if you're a single rider, tell the cast member at the merge point when they are going to direct you left and right to one set of rockets. If you're a single rider, they'll actually loop you around all these other people, and you will likely get on faster. I normally do that, but today we are doing science, and integrity is the most important thing in science. So I want to show, since most people are not probably doing single rider, how long it takes for the average guest to stand here. But that's something anyone can do, and a lot of people don't know. posted 25. I waited 11 minutes to get in a rocket. Can't say that that's worth $7 a person. Maybe on a super busy day, like the holidays, and you want to just make sure you don't have to wait too long at Space, and you're not hopping anywhere else. So, but normally you can get onto Space with not a very long line. And I am now headed to Frontierland because I only have 2 attractions left that I haven't done on Quincy in my list. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Peter Pan's Flight. Peter Pan's Flight still has a long line. It dropped from 80 to 60. And Big Thunder is at 25. So I'm gonna go take advantage of a short Thunder wait because Peter Pan should probably be long for the rest of the time we're filming this video. So I'd rather go snatch up that short wait at Thunder, even though yes, I'm walking all the way across the park.
All right, and with just 2 minutes waiting in like that short little loading line, or walking up and waiting, I guess, I'm on Peter Pan's Flight, also a walk-on.
Oh, the Philharmonic's playing the new theme song. That was lovely.
All right, so I did just fiddle faddle for a full 25 minutes to no avail. Now, that's not entirely true. I did get a 1240 Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and I saw ones that were before 1 p.m. pop up a lot. So if you aren't being as picky as me and you don't want one immediately, you should be able to fiddle faddle your way relatively easily in like a couple of minutes to something that's in a reasonable time. I also don't think anyone is going to really why bother fiddle faddling for 25 minutes? When instead you could go get a snack and just kill that time with an ice cream or a Dole Whip.
Just jumped in the standby line at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's pretty long, it's out in the extended queue, but it still says 25 minutes on both the app and the sign up there, so we're gonna clock it. This one might be actually close to the posted wait time.
All right, it's my lightning lane time over here at Big Thunder. There's a 30-minute standby wait. The queue does come all the way outside of the actual attraction queue. And I believe Molly's actually in line here, so I think we'll probably beat her just because the lightning lanes tend to be walk-ups. Let's find out.
5 minutes into the queue and I'm just now in the official part of the queue, so I think this one could be the first one that's actually the posted wait or even a little bit longer. Again, that's why we're here, we're doing this. And again, this is not what I would do right now. If I walked up and saw the Thunder line out into the extended queue, I would absolutely walk away and come back, because Thunder is one that will absolutely drop later in the afternoon, as well as the evening time. So Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, though, is one of my favorites in the Magic Kingdom. It's got a 40-inch height requirement, and it's that runaway train car coaster. This is a really good kind of starter coaster for kids. If they've done like the Barnstormer and loved it, then put them on this one next. And it's always a good time. I never have a bad time riding Thunder, but I have the best time riding in the back.
Molly's definitely still waiting. This is the longest that I think I'll wait for a lightning lane. I'm at 5 minutes since I scanned in.
15 minutes in, and it's not the fastest line I've ever been in, but it's not the slowest. It's moving pretty consistently. Definitely moving faster than the mine train line. So we'll see. Maybe I will get on in 25 minutes, but I think it'll be close.
There's Molly. All right, Molly's actually getting in my exact row as I was getting off, so 7-minute wait. Pretty fair for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, if I had to say so myself.
Minutes posted. I thought it would be longer, but literally 25 minutes exactly, and my train car pulled up. So that one was accurate. This one does have a really high capacity, which is part of the reason that it gets long but still moves fast. 25 minutes, that's certainly the longest I've spent outside of mine train, so the longest I've spent in a Genie Plus attraction queue, but still not really long. If it's under 30 minutes, I usually consider it a win, but now we have only one attraction left on our list. And Curse you, Peter Pan. I'm Captain Hook right now. Blast you, Pan! Because it's, well, 50 minutes. Hey, that's the lowest we've seen in a while. Maybe we'll look out.
I'm with Molly now.
Hi. I think we have found out some interesting things today. I think if you plan your day right, Genie Plus may not be that worth it to you. According to the predictive weight, it should drop around 5.
Oh.
But it's 1 o'clock right now.
Listen, I like that predictive weight thing.
I do too, and I'm in no universe, if I was here for fun or here doing a park day, would I get in a 65-minute Peter Pan.
Oh, no, because it's definitely going to drop.
I'm doing this for science.
For science. Much like my 25-minute fiddle faddle, which I would never do on a...
No. So for science, I will get in a 65-minute Peter Pan line, but I'm telling you right now, this baby will drop much lower than that. And if you had rope dropped it, it would be much lower. Enjoy your ice cream. I'm going to go wait in a 65-minute line for Peter Pan's flight. Let's start the clock on Peter Pan.
All right, I'm taking a break from my fiddle faddling to mobile order a cone of Dole Whip. So I keep seeing people pass with the Snow White cone, which is a 50th anniversary treat. I haven't had it, and it's lemon Dole Whip, which I don't think I've ever had. So I'm pretty excited. I've had lime, but not lemon.
I haven't moved for like 5 minutes. So that's how this is going.
I got my super adorable Snow White cone. It's got a chocolate bird and a little bow on it. So cute. And it's lemon. I'm excited.
33 minutes into the queue. We are closing in on how long I waited at Mine Train, and we will certainly not be on this attraction in 3 minutes. So far, this is for sure the worst part of my day, and something I would never recommend you do.
Alright, this is a Dole Whip flavor I've never tried, but I could try today because I'm not in line right now.
I want so many.
Poor Nana. Poor Nana? Poor father.
It's so refreshing. It's not like super tart lemon or anything like that. It's more like sort of like a lemon pie lemon or like a lemon pudding lemon. It's good. I would say this is up there with pineapple for me. It's better than coconut in my opinion. Nobody tell Molly I just said that, but it's better than coconut in my opinion. It's really good. But I like lemon, so I think that it's worth a try if you're even like, if you don't hate lemon, it's worth a try.
45 minutes in line. I'm in the nursery. All the effects are on. The line has jumped up to an 80-minute wait according to the tip board. 80 minutes. But again, it was 65 when I got in, so we'll see where we sit. But this is not moving quickly. Peter Pan's Flight is clearly an attraction that is giving huge priority and huge benefit by doing the lightning lane. Some attractions don't seem to be influenced as much, but this one is certainly one that has been influenced by Genie Plus.
All right, my little space there between my lightning lane attractions gave me plenty of time to sit in the shade and eat some delicious lemon Dole Whip. I know my face is sticky, but that's better than standing in line for Pirates, which is what I could have been doing otherwise.
A very nice cast member I talked to said that about 70% of their guests come from the lightning lane, and they're obviously giving priority to them. So some of these other attractions that have a higher occupancy, that are loading more people at a time, they're not as greatly impacted as Peter Pan's Flight, but each attraction has a ratio of standby guests to lightning lane guests they have to accommodate for, and that doesn't even think about guests using systems like Rider Swap or Disability Access Service. So Peter Pan's Flight is probably the most greatly impacted as far as the standby wait time goes, because when you think about when there wasn't lightning lane or fast pass in the post-COVID era, Peter Pan's Flight, even on a day that was pretty busy, rarely got up to 80 minutes. It was usually much, much lower than that. So Peter Pan is one you're definitely going to want to plan for and do it early or late.
Well, I'm excited to ride Pirates.
It has been 1 hour and 21 minutes, and I'm finally close to boarding. Wowzers. 83 minutes is how long I just waited to ride Peter Pan's Flight. And as much as I like that attraction and think it's adorable and quintessential Disney, It is 2:45 in the afternoon, and I have completed my list of the 8 most popular attractions in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, and I'm headed to go find Quincy, who, to my understanding, still has one left. So it's interesting that I got done a lot faster, but it's also interesting that she definitely saved well over an hour, considering that Peter Pan time, if not, significantly more, thanks to things like Mine Train. All right, so I'm done.
I'm not done. I'm still waiting for my window to open for Haunted Mansion.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. My day took longer.
Your day did take longer, but I waited 83 minutes in the Peter Pan's flight queue. So.
And about 3 hours total, right?
Yeah.
I waited about 25 minutes so far, and Mansion's probably going to be a walk-on or under 10 minutes at the most.
Yeah, so you rated total roughly 30 minutes in line unless something crazy happens at Mansion.
Yep.
I waited over 3 hours in line with over an hour and 20 minutes of that in one line specifically.
So even though my day isn't done, I had a lot of downtime today. I was able to sit and enjoy the ambiance of Magic Kingdom. I had 2 snack breaks. I fiddle faddled.
I had no snack breaks.
I also just didn't have to stand in lines. Like,
my back hurts. I'm old.
You're old.
I'm so old. Here's the thing. Like I said before, there's no planet where I'm getting in a line for Peter Pan's flight that says 65 minutes on it or 80 minutes on it. Please if you learned one thing from this video, it's to not go into a 60-minute Peter Pan's flight line. It doesn't have to be this way.
Now, you absolutely could have a great day and get everything done that you want to get done without Genie Plus.
Yeah.
And that's not what Genie Plus does for you. That you're $15, you're not paying to get everything done, because if you play your cards right, if you watch Molly's wonderful tip videos, you'll probably be able to get the same things done, maybe even a little faster than if you have Genie Plus. The difference is that I'm having a delightful day where there are no lines, snack breaks, breathers.
Yep.
I just walk on everything I want to ride. And technically, I would have been able to ride more rides. We weren't riding extra rides today, but in my downtimes today, I could have gone and ridden Dumbo and Winnie the Pooh and Mad Tea Party.
In that 83 minutes, Quincy could have done many, many things had she not been gunning for just Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
So a key to my success, though, today is the fact that we rope dropped the park. I was able to knock out a bunch of big attractions that all now have very long waits with very, very little wait. So if you don't want to pay for Genie Plus, it's always going to be a huge tip that you get here early. But maybe you're the kind of person that likes to sleep in on vacation, which I know is wild. Then Genie Plus is, again, a great...
Yeah. I was obviously here at Rope Drop this morning with Molly, but there was no reason that I had to be.
Yeah. One strategy to really maximize your day is when you are watching the tip board, remember, you can't pick what time you'd like your Genie Plus to be. It's just next available. But keep an eye on it, and once Peter Pan gets around 11:30 a.m. as your return time, book that, and then still rope drop and do everything I did in the standby line. Mm-hmm. That would be a good strategy.
Yeah, I would get behind that.
Yeah, so then it's like double smart.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind that Genie Plus might not sound like it's that expensive at just $15, but that is per person per day. For a family of 4, that's expensive. What is that? What is that? Can you do that math, please?
It's this.
Wow, that's a big number.
Wow, we did that math in our heads. The editor definitely didn't do that later.
I presented this math magically.
Good for us.
Good, we manifested that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that of the parks, though, this is probably the park that the most benefit from Genie Plus comes. There's the most attractions. There's a lot of high-ticket attractions. We can do this experiment in other parks as well if you'd like to see which park really you need to use Genie Plus at. So for me, I don't think I would add it to my whole ticket. I think I would add it day of to like my Magic Kingdom day, probably my Hollywood Studios day, if that is something that you're interested in.
Yes, I would say that if I were going to add Genie Plus to any park, it would be Magic Kingdom. And I do think that the individually selected lightning lanes, the fancy rides, are worth it in many cases. Not Space Mountain.
No.
That one's a weird one.
I would not recommend spending $7 per person on Space Mountain when I walked on in 11 minutes today. I would probably not recommend it for Mine Train either, solely because I know if you rope drop Mine Train or if you go last thing to Mine Train, you're probably not going to wait too long. I waited 35 minutes for Mine Train. Is that worth $10 to you?
Yeah. The ones that I feel like are worth it are like Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and Rise of the Resistance. But otherwise, it really does depend on how much like convenience you want in your day, how hands-on you want to be on how you use Genie. It's very flexible. It's very complicated.
But we can't say goodbye quite yet because you got to go to the
I'm
Haunted
not
Mansion.
done doing science, Molly.
I'm going to go get a snack.
It's conveniently time for me to go to the Haunted Mansion.
Okay, well, I'm going to go buy a Dole Whip. Well, you were right. It took literally 5 minutes for you to ride Mansion. Clearly, you can see Genie Plus saves you some time, but I hit a lot of big attractions with little to no wait without Genie Plus. So it's all about how you're going to maximize your park day. But no matter what, I think strategy is important and knowledge of the park is important when it comes to enjoying your best day at Magic Kingdom. So let us know what other Genie Plus experiments you want to see. We plan to do this experiment in the other parks as well, but we can do all kinds of fun things to figure out the best way to handle the new system.
Yep, so definitely let us know what questions you have so that we can figure them out on the ground. You're man in the field, men, ladies.
Let me stand in Peter Pan's line for 83 minutes so that you don't have to.
And I don't have to.
No, you're
My
doing it
comeuppance
next
is
time.
coming.
You're next. When this is at Studios,
Oh boy!
enjoy the hour-long line at Slinky.
Well, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and you can follow us on social media at AllEars.net.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Quincy.
And it's been magical.
Bye!
You know what the best part of this day has been, though?
What?
The spaghetti picture.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.